Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, we are getting quite a good bit of anime every day and every day of the week. Um, we got to see quite a bit this episode of Fire Force, understanding what type of people are out there trying to make moves to make themselves stronger, and not only stronger, but maybe even making moves to literally discredit or to belittle people to make them, I don't know, feel like they need help, feel like they need actual, like, someone else instead of them working by themselves. Which is interesting to say the least because everything we've seen so far in this show has giving us pretty good information when it comes down to certain people um, really getting in the way of, making. Not only was this kid very young when he lost his parents and everything, but now he has to act as if, he's still trying to live his best life and trying to complete all these different things that he doesn't even get the tools for anymore because of the person that is trying to stop him from doing this stuff. Um, by still being able to, work and try to get things done, though, just kind of goes to show you how much of a dedication and heart that this character has as a whole, which I already really like for his character that we're trying to get on our squad. So he's already got pretty favorable chance, in my opinion, to be a liked character. Fire Force definitely did open up with a new opener song too as well today, so that was interesting to see him in there not knowing who the heck he was, but then instantly knowing who the heck he was. I think another thing that really stood out to me this week's episode is the fact that our squad is pretty much going to hire one of the most deadliest people, or at least one of the bigger problems amongst the show, who comes with its own baggage in the name of Joka. So I don't know if they know what they're getting themselves into. I mean, of course they don't. If they did know, they wouldn't be still recruiting this guy. But because it's a little bit too late to back down now, we're going to see just what the heck happens when you recruit somebody who is definitely detrimental to your squad and detrimental to everything uh, you're working for. We're we're about to see some ridiculousness. Already, this guy, the scientist that knew about the legs of our main character, was automatically jumping on him, trying to figure out just what they're about, how he can maybe research them and learn more about them, stuff like that. Already just giving me terrible vibes on the case of him being important to the squad or even bringing something worth talking about as a whole. So I don't know. I'm interested in seeing what the heck is all going to transpire out of all this because, like I said, there's some characters that just have their own agenda, and with them having this agenda, it goes against some other like rules and criteria that people are supposed to be going by. So if they do continue to break the law or continue to do their own thing, they might be on the wrong side of the Fire Force sooner or later. And if that's the case, we can pretty much guess what happens after that, right? Like, we know people are about to get bopped. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, because you thought the video was done, but it's not. Um, but we also learn a lot about what happened to this world, like what happened once the fire started happening, like what actually transpired to the world in general, and what happened after we see such a destruction come down. And we find out that they lost pretty much all of their creatures, like all like animals practically burnt away or something along those lines. So there's not even that many animals and stuff to be seen throughout the whole entire world itself, which is kind of, which is pretty sad. I mean, it goes to show you that animals are relatively, important parts of human experience, but at the same time, our sister, not even knowing why she's crying, just breaks out and starts crying really bad because of thinking of, all this stuff that she may have been missing all of her life and how pretty it could be, but she would have never really known about these animals or these sea creatures unless it was for this character, which already in itself is pretty cool. That he has this dream, that he has this goal. So it's already one of those things where it's embedded now. Like I was saying, people having their own agendas and stuff like that within these animes lately is a beautiful way for their character growth and a beautiful way for them to grow on the audience as a whole. So I definitely look forward to seeing what that all transpires to with them giving this character such a love for animals and, wanting to make a world where they can all come back, I guess, and live would be really cool to see. And I would love to see this guy's dream come true. And I bet a lot of the people on the 8th captain, the 8th unit wants to see this all transpire too. So, well, everybody that's met him anyway and seen these fish creatures. But yeah, overall, it's definitely getting interesting the with the captain pretty much using everything in his power to threaten somebody and also uh, take away every single aspect of, oh, you wanted to make these things and make that thing, well, because I have people that are connected to all those tools, I'll make sure they don't get to you. Like, that's pretty much everything that transpired this week. Was just some guy telling us that he was the main reason why this new character can't really get any tools, can't really get anything that he needs, and it's all because of one character. So it's getting relatively crazy because that one character, by doing that and showing that side, now has put himself in a situation where he's going to have to go against our characters. He's gonna have to now fight for what he was talking, which he was talking a lot of trash, saying that he's pretty much going to make him, like, force this guy to fall off of his dreams, make sure he can't do anything because him being in the scrapyard is, not good enough. It's not anything. So I definitely want to see how they allow all of this to play its role and play its part, because Fire Force being a show that I really didn't care for the battles, because the battles felt relatively just, oh, this main character has to win because he's the main character, so he's gonna win. Like, it didn't feel like there was any real reason why he was winning. But now that we understand how powerful his ability is, not only how powerful it is, but how um, ridiculously useful it is now, that he could send someone's killer intent so much, and boom, all of a sudden you're getting the overall gist of what could be happening in the near future just because of your power now. That's the type of position this man's in with his overall ability, which I think is really cool, and I definitely want to hear what you guys are thinking about all of this. It's becoming one of those things in the show where now that we've gotten more and more information about the 8th and we know a good bit about them, we can transition into other characters and give them all the attention to make them lovable characters as well as the whole entire 8th unit. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching your boy, the Anime J, and I will definitely talk to you in the next one. So with all that being said, take care and peace.